and good afternoon. Here is the news at noon. First, the highlights. Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs organizes town hall meeting on dangers of drug abuse. New Federal Capital Territory Commissioner of Police vows to combat kidnapping. And foreign U.S. man finds inert nuclear missile in his garage. And in sport, Delta State Governor announces plans to construct world-class stadium in Warri. And now the details. I am Mike James. The Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs, LASODA, has held a town hall meeting with caregivers and other non-governmental organizations in the disability community, tagged health services and menace of drug abuse among the people with disability in Lagos State. Speaking at the meeting, the Commissioner for Youth and Social Development, Mobolaji Ogunlende, said the menace of drug abuse among people with disabilities cannot be ignored, and the vulnerabilities faced by individuals with disabilities make them particularly vulnerable to substance abuse. The Commissioner, who was represented by the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Youth Mobilization, Alabi Oladimeji, said education and awareness play a vital role in combating drug abuse. Reiterating the commitment of the Lagos State government to the well-being of PWD, Ogunlende said the present administration is fully involved in ensuring that individuals with disabilities in Lagos are given access to healthcare services. Earlier in her welcome address, the General Manager at LASODA, Adenike Oyetune Lawal, stressed the importance of engaging the communities and the risks associated with drug abuse and the long cycle of recovery. She therefore called on everyone in the community to ensure they talk about this issue and educate everyone around them. And all hands must be on deck to combat the menace that keeps increasing in the society. The Special Advisor to the Governor on Rural Development, Nuruddin Lare Agbaje, has expressed the determination of the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to empower more youths in Lagos State with the necessary skills and resources to make them financially strong and self-reliant. Speaking at a one-day training program for farmers and youths in the Ikorodu Rural Division, Agbaje opined that the essence of the continuous training and retraining programs for farmers and youths in all the rural divisions of the state is to ensure that the youths are meaningfully engaged, to keep them away from social vices and criminality, while exposing them to legitimate means of making money that can keep them financially stable. Charging the participants for not seeing the training as a mere jamboree, he advised them to be involved in every aspect of the training, to take home valuable lessons that will impact positively on their fish farming activities. The special advisor promised that participants of more government interventions and empowerment programs aimed at improving food production in the state, admonishing the participants to utilize every opportunity provided by the government to improve their living standards. Also speaking in the same vein, the Director, CEO, CRUD, Musbah Balogun, charged participants to adopt whatever new techniques that are learned at a training to improve their fish farming business to reduce the scarcity of fish production in Lagos State in particular and Nigeria in general. The Lagos State Valuation Office, LASVO, is set to commence the site visitation, fiscal inspection and valuation of all Lagos State government assets in all the state-owned health facilities statewide to determine the fair value in tandem with international public sector accounting standards, IPSAS implementation. The exercise will also include the creation and management of a detailed and comprehensive fixed assets register for the movable assets in all the captured health facilities owned by the state. In a statement issued by the agency, the director of LASVO, Adekunle Awolaja, said the valuation exercise is scheduled to commence on Monday, 5th of February 2024, and end on Friday, 29th March 2024. He explained that the exercise aims to enable the state to keep proper records of its assets in alignment with international best practices for public organizations, which ensures consistency, accountability, and transparency. And on to the rest of the stories. Bennett Igwe has assumed office as the 31st Federal Capital Territory Commissioner of Police. Following his assumption, he pledged to tackle kidnapping, one-chance robbery, banditry, and other crimes in the FCT. The CP who took over from AIG Aruna Garba, following the latter's promotion to the rank of Assistant Inspector General of Police, is an operational police officer whose experience is believed to come in handy in the fight against criminality in the FCT. Before his redeployment as the FCT Commissioner of Police, he was the commander of the Special Intervention Squad, Abuja. While addressing senior officers of the command in a maiden meeting of his administration, the CP tasked officers to be dutiful and wake up in their responsibilities, as his administration would have zero tolerance for laxity. He equally urged the good people of the territory to continue working with the police in areas of intelligence gathering and other areas that might help strengthen the peace vis-a-vis the security framework in the territory. Oyo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has nominated former aides of late Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu as his commissioners and special advisors. Those whose names were forwarded to the State House of Assembly for screening and confirmation were Omomi Isaac, Olukayode Ajulo, Razak Obe, Emmanuel Igbasa, Akinwumi Shore, and that's Akinwumi Shore and Oseni Oyeni. A press statement signed by the Chief Press Secretary to Governor Aiyedatiwa Ebenezer Adenio names the special advisor nominees to include Olugbenga Omole as special advisor on information and strategy, Olumide Falana as special advisor on gender affairs, and Alabit Johnson as special advisor on energy. And in some foreign news, police in Washington state say an old rusted rocket found in a local man's garage is an inert nuclear missile. A military museum in Ohio called police in the city of Bellevue to report an offer of a rather unusual donation. The police then sent a bomb squad to the potential donor's home. However, there was no warhead attached, meaning there was never any danger to the community. Bellevue Police Department spokesman Seth Tyler told journalists that the device was just basically a gas tank for rocket fuel. The man told police that the rocket belonged to a neighbor who had died and was originally purchased from an estate sale. Police ultimately deemed the item an artifact with no explosive hazard. And over to sports news. Delta State Governor Sheriff Obuvori says his administration is planning to revamp the Warri Township Stadium into a world-class sports facility. Speaking when he received members of the National Assembly from the state, led by Nicholas Mutu, on a victory and solidarity visit at Government House, Asaba, Governor Obuvori said that designs for the new stadium is currently ongoing and will be one of the best in the country when completed. While thanking the federal lawmaker for the solidarity visit, the governor assured that more development awaits Deltans with the court cases now put to rest. And that was our news at 12, but just before we go, speed thrills but kills. Avoid excessive speeding. And you can follow us on like all our various social media platforms: X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, and on YouTube. Subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration began community tourism initiative? Well, you can get more details. It's on the Lagos State Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs, LASODA, has held a town hall meeting with caregivers and other non-governmental organizations in the disability community tagged health services and the menace of drug abuse among the people with disability in Lagos State. Following his assumption, the new CP, Bennett Igwe, pledged to tackle kidnapping, one-chance robbery, banditry, and other crimes in the FCT. We also told you that police in Washington state say an old rusted rocket found in a local man's garage is an inert nuclear missile. And then in sports, Delta State Governor Sheriff Obrevori said his administration is planning to revamp the Warri Township Stadium into a world-class sports facility. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstates.gov.ng. That ends the news broadcast. It was compiled by Coyote Mafalashiri. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Mike James. Good afternoon.